FlySafair cabin crew have gone on strike. The South African Cabin Crew Association says workers are demanding higher wages and the revision of the roster. FlySafair says it doesn't anticipate any disruptions to its flight schedule. The airline also says more than 2/3 of its cabin crew have committed to continue working. Now, this includes non-union members and union members who have formally accepted the company's 5.7% increase offer. We now speak to Kirby Gordon, FlySafair Chief Marketing Officer. Kirby, good to have you. Thanks so much for your time. Perhaps give us the latest on the story now. Are we missing any information? Because that's the latest we have.
No, I think you summarized it quite well, Leanne. The parties were speaking well into the evening last night. The hope was, of course, to be able to find common ground on the settlement agreement before the initiation of the employer-initiated work stoppage this morning. Sadly, they didn't manage to actually reach that agreement on the settlement. And so we have obviously commenced with this process. But as it stands right now, all flights are departing as scheduled, all crew are arriving for work as required. So operations are very much protected.
Yeah. So if we talk about the offer, 5.7% is what the airline is offering, and a new 7.5% annual bonus, pay progression, additional monthly allowances. Is this kind of, in a nutshell, what's been offered? However, some are not accepting.
Yeah, that's absolutely it, Leanne. So it's a combination. It's a 4-year deal that they're looking at. In the first year, it's a 5.7% increase on the basic pay. It's a new 7.5% annual bonus. There's an annual then progression that you get in terms of your seniority, usually around about the 3% mark, and of course various other allowances. So in real terms, what the individuals are looking at is anywhere between a 16 and a 19% annual pay increase, which of course in an environment like the one that we're facing at the moment, where we've got low inflation, most companies and banks we're seeing 3, 4, maybe 5% in total for the year. So dealing with a 16 to a 19% we feel is a very generous offer, and one that we hope to get over the line soon.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, this is it always, when for some reason, when FlySafair sneezes, the rest of the airline industry catches a cold, and because it controls around about 60% of the domestic market. So you are assuring those that have booked on FlySafair that there should be no interruptions? Is that what you're putting out there?
Absolutely, Leanne. So we're in a position right now where we have both the advantage of a reduced flight schedule in the month of November, which is something that we have pre-planned in order to put some aircraft into maintenance ahead of the busy festive season. As you can imagine, we obviously utilize our assets as much as we possibly can. On top of that, we also have some additional crew capacity that we have hired in advance of this to ensure that training and whatnot was in place to be able to operate in December. So that, together with the fact that we have over 2/3 of the crew actually back at work, means that there's plenty of scope to continue operations and to protect the necessaries, and to continue to deliver the service that our customers expect from us.
So this is not the first time this year that we've seen issues in terms of the flight staff at FlySafair. Talk to us about why this is happening. I mean, there's obviously something at play where we're seeing this happening quite a bit.
I think you touched on it earlier, Leanne. I mean, I think the vast majority of it is our salaries across the board are very competitive. It's a great place to work. I think the environment is fantastic, and the company looks after its people very well. But the reality is that we are, 66% or 67%, depending on the day, of the domestic seat capacity. And so when you're a unionist and you're looking at the opportunity that lies before you, the reality is that when you hold the company to ransom, it's not as though you're holding 10% of the country's airlift to ransom. You're holding effectively most of the country to ransom. And in an environment where you've got the G20 going on, where you have the festive season right around the corner, I think the temptation is just too large to say, well, let's put this company's back against a wall and ensure that we can squeeze every last drop out of them. And unfortunately for us, there's just a line of sustainability and viability which cannot be surpassed. And with an offer as generous as 16 to 19% on the table, I think it's very reasonable to understand that at some point we have to push back.
All right, so let's just sort of give the message out now. We'll allow these negotiations to happen behind the scenes to ensure that everything's sorted there. But for those people that are flying, for South Africans out there, let's just once again give the reassurance to them. I mean, if they're waking up this morning, they're heading to whatever airport they are in South Africa, they've booked a flight on FlySafair. Is it business as usual? Just let's get to that one last time before we let you go.
Thanks, Leanna. Thanks for that. Yes, it is absolutely business as usual. Obviously, there are flights that are already departing now. Crew have signed on much earlier this morning. Everyone's arrived for work, so everything is departing just as it should do. And weather permitting at this stage, all flights are on time.
All right, we leave it there. Kirby Gordon, we'll catch up with you once, hopefully all of this is sorted once the talks resume again. They're resuming later on tonight, is that correct?
Today, absolutely.
Okay, good. Kirby Gordon, FlySafair Chief Marketing Officer, talking to us about this lockdown and also lockout, I should say, where they are expecting its cabin crew to have a strike not working. However, what they're saying is that everything is fine. They have enough contingency plans in place to ensure that all flights leave on time and that their operations are not interrupted at all.